Hi everyone, so in 1A they're asking us to explain what points mean, so we're just going to kind of go back to the basics. When you have a set of points, the first value is x, the second value is y, because this is called an ordered pair, and in ABC order, x comes before y. Okay, so x for the first number, 0 stands for the x value, and then 0 stands for the y value. And on your graph, x, this is your x-axis right there, we're talking about the number of shirts. So I'm going to put the hashtag because that stands for number of shirts. Okay, and for y, that stands for the y-axis, which is the cost in dollars. So I'm going to put the dollar sign, and then it's going to be the cost in dollars of these shirts. Okay, so the way we would say this is it would cost $0. I'm sorry, for 0 shirts, it would cost $0. Okay. Okay, now let's try for the next one. For the point 1 and 9, again, 1 right here. So 1, that's the x value. So we're saying for 1 shirt, it would cost us $9. So there you have it. We have our 2 sentences total, 1 sentence is a piece. 1 sentence a piece. If you're still not sure how that works, we'll talk about the other 2 as well right now. Okay, look, if we were talking about this one, we know that the first one that goes for the x. So for 2 shirts, it's going to cost 18, that's your y value right there, $18. Okay? We don't really need to write the sentence for that, but it's helpful to just kind of see it. The last one, 327. 3 is your x value, 27 is your y value. So what they're saying is for 3 shirts, it's going to cost $27. Again, the first thing, x, is going to be represented on the bottom. The second thing, y, is going to be represented on your y-axis. Okay, so for your second thing, we want to find, for one part B, it says find the constant rate of change in cost per shirt. So here's how this is going to work, okay? Constant rate of change is your change in y over your change in your x's, okay? So first of all, if you just look at this one, your y values is the change in the height, okay? So if I pick any 2 points, I could pick these 2, and to go from 0 up to this point right there, that's going to be a change of 9. If I want to start with this point and this point right there, again, that's going from 9 to 18. So from 9 to 18, again, the change is by 9. Okay, if I go by these 2 points, is from 18 to 27. Again, it changes by 9. So the y value is always changing by 9. And if you're not sure, we'll go back and we'll look at it another way in a moment. But for right now, we're just going to note that the change in the y is changing by 9 shirts. I'm sorry, $9. Okay, now we got to see the change in the x's. The x's, to go from the first point to the second point, we're going from 0 over 1 space. From 0 to 1 is just a change of plus 1. Okay, if I can look at this one and that one, the change from 1 to 2 is again by plus 1. Okay, I could go from this point to the last point, and that's a change of 2 to 3. Again, we're only changing by 1. All right, now let's look at the alternative way of seeing it. All right, so the alternative way, everything, like each of these points, if we look at them, has an x value and a y value. Like if you look over here, there's an x value, and a y value for every single one, okay? So if we want to find the constant rate of change, the change in the y, so like if you go 0, 9, 18, 27, I'm highlighting all the y values. Those are counting by 9s. So that's why we have a change of y is plus 9. Now if we look at our x values, I'm going to change the color of that. Let's just make it green, okay? So our change of the x values from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. The x values, those are changing by 1 each time. So the change in the x right there is changing by 1. So your constant rate of change is still 9 over 1. I know some people like seeing it that way. Other people like seeing the visuals, the visual of the staircase, the fact that it's going up by 9 to 1, 9 to 1, 9 to 1. It's whatever you want to see. but the answer is going to be the same either way. Your constant rate of change is 9/1. Right, that last one was a little bit long, so we're going to try and make this one quick. We could find constant rate of change from tables as well. So the change in the y over the change in the x is the same thing because it's still constant rate of change. So if we look at the x's are changing from 2 to 3, that's plus 1. From 3 to 4, that's plus 1, all right? And that's the change in the x's. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to write plus 1. We're talking about weeks. So I'm just going to say plus 1 week. Okay. Ooh, look how sloppy that is. All right, it's okay, though. It's 1 week. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is the savings in dollars. So from 30 to 45, it's increasing by 15. If you're not sure, like let's say you're struggling to do that in your head, let's just pretend. The way we do it mathematically is we would take this number and look at the one before it, subtract those to see how much it changed by. So 45 subtract 30. So 5 take away 0 is 5. 4 subtract 3 is 1. And that's how we can see it change by 15. All right. To go from 45 to 60, once again, we add 15. And you could double check that. You could say, well, 45 plus 15, let me see, does that really equal 60 like the table says? 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6, and that gives us 60, which is what we have in the table. So it is increasing by $15 each time. So my constant rate of change is $15 for every 1 week.